Welcome back to my channel, everyone. I'm so excited to document what we have been doing for the past 2 years during the month of March in preparation for the state exam. Because my son is enrolled in school full time, we after school and homeschool during the weekend holidays and in the summer. But in preparation for his writing exam in the middle of April, we have our writing boot camp, and we normally do this in the middle of March through the remainder of the month. And then he has his math boot camp the first 2.5 to 3 weeks of April. And then the last week of April and the first week of May, we have our reading comprehension or reading boot camp. His math and reading STAAR exams are in the middle of May, and then the writing boot camp is in the middle of April. So this is how we do our writing boot camp. What I do is I just lay out what my lessons are going to be throughout the period of time that we've designated for the boot camp. Although you see day 1 through day 10, it's not going to be 10 days exactly. It really is about 20 days or so. About 17, 16, 17, 18 days. However, we do not do the boot camp every single day. The day that he has his extracurriculars, we do not do the boot camp. The days that we have other things going, or I just give him some breaks in between. So in totality, the boot camp is about 10 days long, but it's spread across almost 3 weeks of time. Hey. You done writing? Oh, yes, you did excellent so far. Are those juices flowing? Huh? Are those juices flowing?
Yeah, I just came in here to just figure out ideas.
Okay. Yeah, you can sit wherever you want in the house, outside the house, to get those juices flowing and figure out some additional ideas. But right now I am recording. I'm explaining what the writing boot camp is, okay? Okay? So let's start off with day 1. With day 1, I let him do free writing, where he chooses a topic that his heart desires. He has to write a minimum of 1 page front and back, and we will discuss that writing, and we will talk about ways in which he can expound upon it. So more than likely with free writing, it will more than likely probably be more than 1 page, but at a minimum, I like to tell him what the expectation is. So today, which is day 1, we're going to go ahead and do that. And then on day 2, we'll basically review his writing. We will structure it. And he will have to edit. We'll edit together, and then he will revise it and do a final revision. And then on day 2, that's day 2. We'll do all that on day 2. On day 3, that's when we will go into editing sentences, doing a review on parts of speeches. We will reorder paragraphs that are pre-written for flow. We will rewrite sentences, combine sentences, look at sentence structure, and talk about transitions. So we will do a review on these things, but we will also do some practice on each of these things. On day 4, we will discuss spelling corrections, idioms, using context clues for vocabulary words. We will discuss prefix, suffix, plural, and the difference between this and which. The next day, and again, these days, this does not mean they will happen consecutively. There may be a 2-day gap between day 3 and 4. There may be a 3-day gap between day 6 and 7. This just tells me the different lessons that I plan on doing for the writing boot camp and the topics I would like to discuss during that time frame. So day 5, it really should probably say lesson 5. So on day 5, we'll do contractions, prepositions, verb tense, subject-verb agreement, placement of the apostrophe. The next day, we will talk about the writing process. We will go into detail about the writing process, which he already knows, but it's just a refresher. And then we will do a personal narrative. I'll look at his penmanship and we will catch up on any of these previous topics that we did not finish. The next time we meet, we will again discuss the writing process, and then we will do an expository narrative, or I'm sorry, an expository paper. I'll look at penmanship, and again, we'll catch up on anything we did not finish. For each of these types of writing, personal narrative and the expository, we're going to go through the writing process. He has to do pre-writing where we brainstorm. We also do outlines, and then we're going to draft it, revise it, edit, and then publish. Which each of these stories we're going to revise twice and we're going to edit twice before he gives me the final clean copy. So these two will probably take about 2 days each to complete. And then on the last few days of our boot camp, we're just going to play lots of games. And then we're going to have 2 tests between these days. And the 2 tests will basically be a replica of what the STAAR writing exam will look like. So all I will do for that is go on to the schools district's website and pull the 2017 STAAR writing exam and maybe the 2016 STAAR writing exam, and then he will have to do those just like he would at school. And these are just reminders for us when we go over our writing. So when we do his free writing and when we do his personal narrative and we do his expository writing, we will discuss ideas, brainstorm, outline, rewrite in structured ways. Should be revised first. Revise goes before edit. We'll revise and then we'll edit. And then we'll do the final. So these are just the processes that we will go through in all the writing that he does. And here I allow him to choose a topic that he wants for the free writing and for the personal narrative and the expository. He can choose whatever topic that he likes. However, sometimes it takes a bit longer for him to figure out what he wants to write. So I just write down a few ideas. So if he can't come up with something, he can pull from here. So for his free writing, as an example, he couldn't think of anything, so he decided to use this, which is if I were a superhero. Some of the other topics I chose for him that he can choose from when he does his personal narrative or his expository is if I was an adult, or if I were an adult, there is no place like home, if I lived in outer space, a super day, the worst day ever, an adventure, or the color blue. So these are just topics, and then he would have to go ahead and go through the writing process to complete the assignment. So that's our boot camp. He really looks forward to day 1, which is the free writing, just going forward and doing what you like. With the free writing, he also has free range to draw and color, and that will just help him come up with additional ideas. He also likes the game day. So the game day, we're probably going to go outside and do some things. I'm going to come up with some creative activities, hands-on, interactive, fun activities that we can do to incorporate all the things that we are learning. So this is our writing boot camp. And again, this is what we do every year in March in preparation for whatever exam he is taking. In the 4th grade, they do writing. And I think in the 7th grade, they do writing. So we'll do this for math. We'll do this for reading. We'll do this for science in the 5th grade. This is just what I like to do to kind of get him prepared. Okay, so I'll also document the process of each of these days and tag it in a separate video. So hopefully you learned something new. Hopefully this was of interest to you. If your kiddo has a state exam that they're responsible for, or if they have tests, regular tests that they need to take throughout the school year, incorporating boot camps or workshops throughout the year in your homeschooling or after schooling process is a cool way to kind of get them to review as many topics as possible in a condensed, shortened period of time, and to also make it fun, make it interactive, play games, have activities, get the juices flowing. And just be creative in how you decide to teach your children and guide them and get them ready for whatever exam or test that they're taking within your homeschool or within whatever public, charter, private, co-op, or traditional school that they may be enrolled in. So thank you for watching. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share, and check out some of my other videos. And until we meet again, you have a great day. Better yet, you make it a great day. Bye.